Hi, I'm Christina Burkett, the Vice President of Public Relations and Communications at Hanger. I am so excited to be coming to you live today from not so sunny California. We are in Huntington Beach, California, Surf City, USA. We're here by the Huntington Beach Pier, but more important than where we are, it's who we're here with. We're here with Matthew Brewer. This is his hometown. We are here with him celebrating his 5th Alive Day. So we're going to spend some time talking to him about his journey. We have his dad and sister here with us. There are a lot of great content and discussion to be had. So we're so excited you're here with us. So as I head over to chat with Matt, if you haven't done so already, be sure you like the Hanger Clinic Facebook page, share this video so your friends and family can check it out. Chime in, say hi, let us know where you're watching from, let us know what questions and comments you have, and show some love for Matt. Hey Matt, how's it going?
Hi, how are you?
Good. Thank you so much for having us in your hometown.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
So thank you so much for joining us today, telling folks we are here celebrating your 5th Alive Day. You have had quite an incredible journey over the last 5 years. So can you talk to us a bit about that?
Sure. Well, I feel like my story starts in probably about 2009 when I was diagnosed with testicular cancer. Undergoing chemotherapy and losing my hair and just undergoing the emotional stress of that was almost too much for me to bear. So I turned to opiate drugs, opiate painkillers to kind of numb my emotions and my my physical neuropathy that I had gained from chemotherapy as well. And so I spent about 5 or 6 years, that turned into a heroin addiction, and I spent about 5 years using heroin and just kind of trying to numb my emotions of that. And so I ended up getting arrested for possession and spent a couple months in jail. And when I got out, my family had an intervention and asked me to get help. So I reached out and went to a drug rehab and spent 5 months there. When I relapsed on September 25th of 2014, I was unconscious on my bathroom floor for 18 hours, and when my roommate found me, he called the paramedics, and the paramedics came and asked if I could move my legs, which I couldn't. I had developed compartment syndrome in my legs from lack of circulation, and they had to amputate due to that. So that's kind of where my story, I think, starts.
Yeah. But let's get into the good stuff. So after that, so you, like I said, over the past several years, you've made such a transformation. So what really set you on that path to the transformation that we're seeing today?
Well, my lovely sister is a hairstylist, and she does the hair for the executive producer of the Doctor's Show. And so Leslie was kind of following my story with my sister from my addiction to going to jail and getting help, and my relapse and the loss of my legs. And she was like, do you think your brother would share his story with the world? And my sister was like, you don't even know the opportunities that could come from this. It could be a life-changing experience. And so I agreed to go on the Doctors, and they provided me with all kinds of different resources for help, including TMS, which is transcranial magnetic stimulation, which is a treatment that they provide for people with depression as well as PTSD. And it also helped treat my phantom limb pain as well. So from detoxing off of the opiates and getting transcranial magnetic stimulation, it was like a light switch was turned back on, and I started getting motivated to reach out to others. And that's where I met Jason Sauer, who turned me on to the Hanger Clinic, and he told me about their bilateral above knee boot camp that you guys do in Oklahoma City. And I signed up and sent my sister a text message that night asking her if she would accompany me to Oklahoma City, and she obliged, and the rest is history.
Excellent, and I want to hear more about this. Before we do, Yvonne says hi from San Antonio.
Hi, Yvonne.
Lisa Hendricks says Matt is such an inspiration to her.
Oh, thank you.
So you, so that first BACA boot camp, so it's the bilateral above knee amputee boot camp. It's a mouthful, so we say BACA boot camp. So tell us about getting to that first BACA boot camp.
So after my sister and I left, we got to LAX, and they were doing some construction on the terminals, and so the elevators were all not working, which was the first hassle that we had to deal with. So I was left to take my prosthetic legs off and scoot down the stairs to just be able to access the tram, which we had to take from our original gate to our now further away gate, which didn't have any ramps. I had to climb on. Oh, it was such a nightmare. And so I cried for the first time when we boarded that plane.
The first time since you lost your legs?
Yeah, the first time since I had lost my legs. I just broke down. My sister was like shocked because she's not used to seeing me share emotion. And she consoled me, and we flew. We got to Oklahoma City, and that is when I got to meet Cameron Clapp, whom most of you might know from the billboards in Hanger Clinic. He's the bilateral above knee amputee and right above elbow amputee as well. And when I saw him in the airport in baggage claim, I was sitting in my wheelchair with my sister. We were waiting for our bags to come around, and here's this cheerful, chipper young man, surfer dude, cruising through the airport with his bag with a big smile, and he walked up and introduced himself to me and my sister, and a lifelong connection was made that day.
And had you ever met another bilateral above knee amputee at that point?
Never met another above knee amputee. And so, like, being able to see him, I knew that like everything was going to be okay. Just from meeting him and seeing him walk through the airport showed me that I was going to be able to do it.
That's excellent. So Tara, your sister, it was a huge part of your first BACA boot camp, and she's here with us today. So let's bring in Tara. Hey, Tara.
Hi there.
Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. So as you've been hearing, we were talking about BACA boot camp and Matt's first experience, and you were instrumental in that experience for him. Can you talk to us a little bit about that?
Sure. Boot camp, I remember saying to you maybe on day 2 of boot camp, like, this is it. This is the one event. This is the thing that's going to change everything for you. And he actually argued with me that maybe it was being on the doctors, maybe it was other things, but being at boot camp was such a privilege, such an honor, such a game changer, because to be in a room with 39 other people just like my brother, and to see Cameron and to meet Pedro, it was just like, these are his people, and seeing them do it, we knew that he could do it too. And I think one of the most amazing moments for me as the sister, because I've always been called mini mom, I like to boss him, I like to tell him what to do. There was a morning, I want to say maybe the second morning, he didn't want to get out of bed. He was sore, he was tired, he was just feeling beat down, and I go, you need to get up. I didn't cancel my week at work and come all the way to Oklahoma City for you to lay in bed today. We're going to this thing. And he snapped right back, as he does, and said, you have no idea how I feel. You have no idea how hard this is or what this is like. And I said, you know what? You're right. But those other 39 people are getting on the bus this morning to go to the mall, and your ass is going with them. And so he rallied and he got up, and mall day was like also really cool because you're in public and you're doing something super new and uncomfortable, and you're in public, so there are able-bodied people walking through the mall around you, and I think that's a really cool part of boot camp. He did it. Yeah. I mean, there's an amazing picture of him, and maybe the audience will get to see it, coming down a ramp, arms up, like, look at me, I'm doing this. And yeah, I mean, I get emotional. Like, it was definitely, I believe, the turning point, and that little blonde angel, Cameron Clapp, that we drove to the hotel from the airport, because I was like, we got to keep this guy close. This guy's doing it. He's obviously doing it with great, joy and living a full life. And so it was he was definitely the angel, because getting on that flight was not easy. It was definitely like, we both, I think, were feeling really beat down and defeated. And so and what a joy to be able to get to join, you know, all of the other amputees and, you know, the crew that's walking successfully and living full independent lives. So
yeah, and I don't know if you remember, but I vividly remember meeting you and Matt as you came into the hotel lobby.
Yes.
And Matt wheeling in the wheelchair, and just to think back at that, 2.5 years ago, and then all the amazing things he's doing now. It's just so incredible. We're all so proud of him.
I am too. He's done amazing things.
Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Of course.
So proud.
Yeah. And Matt, what's so incredible is we were talking about your first Baka Boot Camp experience, but now you are doing so amazing, and you are now a mentor for other folks. We actually had Clarence, he's watching and chimed in. He said, Matt has been a huge help in my journey. I'm a newer Baka, and he's been my mentor since the beginning. Thanks for everything.
Oh, thank you, Clarence.
And then, so you're just getting lots of love here. Yay, Matt, we love you. Hi, Matt, much love to you from Bill and Bernie.
Hi.
I guess that's Cameron's parents, so yes. So you not only are walking independently on full-length prosthetic legs now, but you're running. Yes. And I remember earlier this year at our annual conference, Kevin Carroll had you running in the Rotunda area. So tell us about that.
So Kevin Carroll once again surprised me with a treat to bolt on some, he wanted me to test out some running blades that he had. And so he bolted them on at Ed Fair this last February. And I was able to run, and yeah, it was exciting. It was crazy.
Was it scary, or how did it feel?
So it's totally different than walking in microprocessor knees, because they're super springy, they're really light, but they don't have a heel, so trying to balance on them is kind of difficult. So yeah, it was challenging, but made it through, and it has inspired me to compete.
Yeah, so you're now competing in different sporting events, and tell us about that.
So I started out signing up for the Challenged Athletes Foundation Triathlon in 2017. I signed up to swim, and the swimming got canceled because the waves were too big that day. So I signed up for the following year, and was able to complete that mission last year, and signed up for Angel City Games, which is a wonderful organization that does, they have clinics as well as competitions. So this last year at Angel City Games, I participated in swimming, running, and seated volleyball.
Okay. I think you're being modest. So I think you brought home a couple medals, right?
I did. I brought home 2 gold medals in swimming and 2 silver medals in running.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Awesome.
And since then, I've started playing sled hockey, and I play for the LA Kings, and got to play against Lyra Doderland of the San Diego Ducks, and we got smoked, but it was a fun experience. Yeah, so I just look forward to everything that comes my way.
Yeah, so how'd you get into hockey and joining the team?
So I was invited out to give it a try by the coach. I had gone to a sled hockey try, like a clinic at Great Park Ice in Irvine, and was approached by the coach of the Kings, and he asked me if I wanted to play with him, and so I agreed. And
so did you get a lot of practice before your first game?
I had 0 practice before my first game. I went on the ice not even knowing how to really even propel myself, and they just said, get out there and give it a shot, you'll love it, and I did, and now I'm hooked.
That's awesome. And so what position are you? I don't know anything about hockey, but
I'll be honest with you. Yeah. I don't know much about hockey either. I'm learning as I go. They have me starting in the right wing position.
Okay.
Just to familiarize myself with the rules and trying to get caught up and learn all of the techniques and all of that stuff. So it's a challenge, but it's fun.
Excellent. That's wonderful. And let's see. So Elizabeth says, thank you so much for our friendship and your part in my recovery. You were such an inspiration.
I love you, Elizabeth.
And Jennifer Johnson says, love you, Matt. Thank you for all you do.
Oh, no problem.
I mean, it's just incredible, Matt. 2.5 years ago, you come to the Baka Boot Camp for the first time, and now look at all these people chiming in, and you're such an inspiration to all of them. And like I don't know if we mentioned this, but in a couple weeks, you're actually headed to our first ever East Coast Baka Boot Camp in the DC area.
Yes.
So I think there's a couple slots left if anyone's interested.
Sign up. It's a life-changing experience for sure.
So either post questions in the comments and we'll get you to the link, or visit hangerclinic.com and there's more information there. But I mean, just what a transformation. And like we said, we're here, celebrating your 5th Alive Day. So really it's that day that you got a second chance at life.
Yeah.
Right?
So 5 years ago, when I decided to relapse, I was blessed with the opportunity to survive an overdose, which most people don't. And so for the first 2.5 to 3 years, I didn't really celebrate an Alive Day because I didn't really feel like I had much to celebrate. Last year I posted about it on Facebook saying, hey, it's my 4-year Alive Day. Felt like I had made a little bit of progress, but nowhere near what I've made in the last year. So I feel like it's really something to celebrate.
Oh, it is.
It's not my ampuversary, so to speak, but this is the day I celebrate.
Excellent. And you should. You definitely should. You have a lot to celebrate. And your parents, of course, have also been by your side through this whole journey.
Yes.
So let's bring in your dad. I like to call him Papa Brewer. I hope that's okay.
Absolutely.
All right. Thanks so much for joining us. So
Pleasure to be here.
great. Well, so as you heard, we were talking about Matt's Alive Day. So what does that mean to you?
I never even heard of that before until recently, and I think that it's a wonderful thing to celebrate the second chance at life. I think that's what he's done.
And what's it been like to see this positive transformation?
Oh, it's been wonderful to watch. I mean, I've been watching him just sit around the house for a long time, and then all of a sudden he went to that boot camp, and once he went to boot camp, came back, he was a different person. He's just never said no since.
And what's it been like? So he's been back, because you surf on a
Yes.
regular basis. And what's it been like having him back in the water with you?
Well, it's been fun. I have been on water a lot with him because I like to take pictures.
Okay.
So I take pictures of him and my grandson. So, but we have been in the water a little bit together, and it's wonderful to be in the water again with him and stuff. So that was one of the big things.
Yeah, I bet. Excellent. Well, anything else to share? Or, I know you've been a huge part of this journey for him and the transformation.
I've been, I take him everywhere that he can't drive to, so I get to see all these new events and stuff now. I haven't got to see him in a game yet, but watching hockey is a whole different thing. Watching it with him on the ice and stuff, it's been a lot of fun and stuff. But getting to the beach and seeing videos of him snowboarding, skiing, and bike riding and stuff, and running. Pretty wonderful.
Yes, because I know before, when you were younger, you were a top national ranked snowboarder, right?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I did a lot of stuff, BMX racing and surfing and snowboarding, and a lot of that was stuff that he just was a natural at. So
it's been a pretty incredible seeing him do that again.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Except the bike riding. Well, he just had a good one last weekend. He spent a week up there in Utah and stuff, and we got to see some videos and stuff of him riding uphill, downhill. So quite exciting too.
Hard to keep up with this one.
It is.
He's doing so many different things.
Yeah, awesome. More than I do now. So.
Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Well, we're getting close to wrapping this one up. So, Matt, let's see what kind questions you're getting. Let's see. We did get some love for Papa Brewer. Let's see. What a great dad you are, from Mark. So, yes.
He's a great dad.
As we're wrapping this up, let us know what questions you have for Matt. Keep sending your love for him. What advice would you have for anyone for reasons to celebrate their Alive Day or why it's important?
I think the main thing is to set goals, whether they be small obtainable goals or even ridiculous, like unheard of goals that you may have. Just set them and try and accomplish them. And as you accomplish your goals, you'll have something to celebrate. And reach out for help. You know, if there's something that's bothering you that, you know, you feel overwhelmed or depressed, reach out for help, because that's how my life has changed, is by reaching out for help and accepting help where people offered it.
And Mary Beth says, what an inspiring story of recovery, both from addictions and physical challenges. The recovery from addiction makes anything possible. Way to go, Matt, one day at a time.
Thank you.
And then Jeff says hi, and Grady says hi. So you're getting lots of love here.
Oh,
lots
thank
of love
you.
here. So before we wrap up, you don't know this, but we have a little surprise for you. So, let's see here.
Hi Matt, this is Marina. Happy Alive Day and congratulations again. I'm so incredibly proud of you, and I'm so happy that we were there at the Baka Boot Camp together the first year 3 years ago. You've come such a long way, and I'm incredibly proud to call you my friend.
Matt, Kevin here. I'm so excited for you today, celebrating your Live Day, and also for all the incredible things that you've been doing. Amazing things. You've inspired so many people.
Hi Matt, it's Yvonne, and I just want to wish you a very happy Alive Day.
Hey Matthew, I wanted to wish you a happy Alive Day. I'm so proud of all the progress you've made, and I'm so happy to call you a friend and a great role model.
Congratulations, Matthew, on your Alive Day. You are more than an inspiration to anybody that you've ever met. We really appreciate everything that you're doing. I love you.
Hey Matt, just wanted to say congratulations on your Alive Day and want to let you know that the world's a better place with you in it.
Hey Matthew, it's Elizabeth. Happy Alive Day. I'm so proud of you for your progress, and I love you so much.
Happy Alive Day, Matt! It's been so fun seeing your progress over the past couple years. You should be so proud of yourself.
Happy Alive Day to my partner in crime. Thank you for holding my heart. I love you. Have an amazing day.
Matthew, it's Cameron. Happy Alive Day. Congratulations, dude. Certainly your progress, spirit, and resiliency has not gone unnoticed. So great job. Keep up the good work. I'm so happy I found a friend in you. I love you, bro.
Hi Matthew. Mom and I wanted to wish you a happy Alive Day. We really are proud of what you've accomplished and want to wish you more success in everything you do. We love you, son.
Happy Alive Day, Matthew! We are so proud of you and all of the positive changes you've made in your life to help yourself. But even more than that, we are so impressed and so proud of all of the work you do to help others.
We love you. Happy Alive Day.
Thank you guys all so much for the kind words. It was very touching.
We are all just incredibly proud of you, and we're so honored you're part of our Hanger Clinic family, and we're just, you're amazing. You're just inspiring so many people. And so we have a little support crew here with Matt today, so come on in, everyone. Look at this great crew here. Well, thank you all so much for tuning in today and helping us celebrate Matt's Alive Day. We are just so proud of him and the incredible transformation and how he's now inspiring other people. That's definitely evident by the video and all the comments and the love. So keep the conversation going on the video. Go ahead and share it so others can be inspired as well. And if you haven't done so yet, like the Hanger Clinic Facebook page so you can stay up to date on awesome events like this. So thank you so much for joining. Have a great day.